If you are just starting your life here in the big city, New York City, and you are looking for an apartment, this video is definitely for you, and of course for me. So please keep on watching. Hey guys, Mabuhay, it's Maria, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my messy room. So this is the first video that I'm filming. Sit down in the comfort of my own room, but as you can see, how messy is the room, because I am starting to sort out things and starting to pack my things, because in a few weeks from now I am moving to a new apartment. Yes, I am moving to my new place. And before anything else, I just want to say Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a blast. Hopefully that you're starting your New Year's right. You're achieving your goals. You're taking all the positive energy that this 2023 can offer. So let's go back. I've thought that why I should do a documentary from moving out and moving into my new place that might help some of you who are same as with me, starting my life and looking for an apartment here in the big city. And pardon, my apology if I'm always looking in front of me, because I actually bulleted all the topics and all the things that I have to speak up on this video, so I'm not gonna miss anything. And disclaimer before anything else, so everything gonna be tackled here, it's not sponsored, it's not paid partnership, it is not all about marketing. So these are 100% purely, genuinely my experience about moving out and moving in to my new apartment here in New York City. So let's go back to our topic. First, what are actually looking for an apartment? So I've listed these things that I'm considering my major thing that I'm actually looking for. So if you don't know, like in New York City, we have boroughs here. So we have 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, and Staten Island. Which neighborhood you wanted to stay? If you're living in Manhattan, it's pretty much expensive. So if you're talking about your budget, you have to check it out in Manhattan, because Manhattan is pretty expensive. The next is a neighborhood. It is a safe place. Well, the word safe is kind of vague, because for me, every place around the world isn't safe anymore. So you have to be vigilant and you have to take care of yourself first. But of course, there are so much layered about safetyness to consider. Like for instance, finding your roommates that we're gonna talk about later. So I decided for what neighborhood I wanted to check it out. And the next thing that I'm considering is the accessibilities. Meaning it is near a subway, because New York lifestyle, subway is very live. So it is easy for you to travel, or how many blocks away the subway is. So probably 5 minutes or 2 blocks away, it's a pretty much convenient for me. Subway location is a #1 main thing that I'm checking it out in the place that I'm moving in. So next is the laundry area. If it is the building got their laundry, or the apartment got laundry, which is pretty much convenient for you. But if it's not, so how many minutes or where is the location of the laundry area in the building that you are living? We don't want to be smelly, you know what I mean? So next thing is the bodega or the deli location. So bodega is a culture here in New York City. Mostly bodegas is 24/7. It is open. That's the reason like New York is never sleeps. And of course, lastly, it is near to your workplace, meaning it is not much commuting from your place to your workplace. Next is a budget for rent. So how much you're willing to spend to live in the most expensive city in the world monthly. The next is the roomies. So how many roomies you wanted? For me, if you have a roomies, it will save you some money, but not that much. So you have to consider how many roomies you wanted to live with. For me, I am looking for 2 to 3 roomies. I think that's very ideal. And of course, it's not just about how many roomies you wanted to be living with you, but also you have to check what type of roomies you're having. Because for me, I'm considering that my roomies to be my future friends. So it's gonna be a healthy environment to live with. Next is what type of rental agreements are you looking? So we have leasing, meaning that you sign the lease with the landlord. Normally leasing is for a year. So you are committed to live in this place, in this apartment for a year. Next is the sublet and sublease. Subletting your apartment. So how should I explain this? Okay, I'm gonna give certain examples. Sublet is, for instance, in this room of mine, I am moving out of state for work or for vacation for a specific date. For instance, for the whole month of February, I am leaving for vacation. So rather than being this apartment while I'm out, I'm letting someone to occupy my room for this month of February, but me and the landlord have the agreement and the consent, the knowledge, or the landlord allowing me to let my room occupied by someone else while I'm out. So this is letting someone to occupy my room for a month while having aperitivo in Italy. You know what I mean? So next is the sublease. Subleasing. It's called sublease because you are sub on that lease. Meaning that, for instance, I am the one who signed the lease on this apartment and I have an extra room and I wanted to look for someone to occupy that. So I'm gonna make my own agreement in finding my future roommate to occupy the extra room. So next, this is gonna be the make or break. When you're looking for an apartment in New York City, these are some of the things that they are looking for you. These are the documents. What documents are you having? Number 1 is credit scores. So credit scores, everybody know how much credit score you have. So with credit scores, I'm normally looking for 680 and up. That's a good credit score. Apartment that is the employment stubs or your pay slip or your salary slip, because mostly landlords are requiring that your annual gross income be at least 40 times your monthly rent. How it works, for instance, you are earning 120 a year for your annual income. You just divide it by 40 to get the 40 times rule, and if you're gonna divide it by 40 to 120,000, you can find at least 3,000 monthly rental apartment here in New York City. Okay, that's the 40 times rule. I'm a mathematician now. What about if you don't have those credit scores? You don't have 40 times rule to show to your landlord. Guarantors are mostly welcome. So it was like a character reference, but these guarantors should meet all those requirements what landlords are looking. So your guarantors should have also a good credit score and also a 40 times rule income computation, whatever. Guarantors mostly are welcome to back you up if you missing some of those requirements to show. So next is what application or a website you have to check it out if you are looking for an apartment. We have Street Easy, we have Zillow, etc. And if you are same as me, I'm actually searching an apartment in a Facebook community, which is, they call it a gypsy housing, which is most popular. If you are in New York, you can easily find a sublet or a sublease that some of the leasy or leasers posting on that community. And also you can find some in Craigslist for the same concept like sublet and sublease. And also you can also find there some landlords are looking also for to rent their places. So Gypsy, Craigslist are very popular here in New York City. Even roommates, you can able to find people that looking for their roommates in Craigslist as well. So short commercial break. If you're enjoying this video and you're actually looking for an apartment, the same as me, please don't forget to smash that like button, to subscribe and hit the notification bell for my upcoming and future video, because I am documenting this new year moving out and moving in place on my channel, so don't miss about it. Follow my journey. So let's go back to our topic. Next is prepare your application letter. You must put yourself into writing, and these are the things that you're going to send or DM your future roommate. It makes sense. This is about selling yourself, why they are going to be liking you to occupy their room. So you have to prepare your application letter. What is in the application letter? Tell something about yourself. This is same as like you are applying for a job. So how many people are eyeing for this certain apartment? You have to put everything into writing in order for you to sell yourself, and your future roommates will like you. You are fighting for tons of a prospect roomies for them. This is very important that you have to put your heart into your message in order for them to feel that you are genuinely interested to occupy that room and to be a beautiful roommate for them. Mostly the leasers, they're doing setting up an apartment viewing. It depends. It might come into a virtual too, which is by Zoom. They're showing you the whole apartment, or the one that I prepared is the actual viewings, because a more safe way that you know that this apartment is existing, and also this is the time for you to know your roommates personally. I'm an energy believer, so knowing and talking to your roommates is going to be giving you a little bond and the energy if you are actually fits together. And also upon checking the apartment, this is the time you're going to check everything about the apartment itself, the size of the room, because the pictures might be different when you saw it in person. The window itself, the view window, my view is perfect. I'm viewing in front of the wall. I'm viewing in front of, this is New York. I wanted a new view. I wanted like street view. So if there is a street view, got it, girl. The bathroom, the roof deck, the size of the, whatever it is, you're going to feel the vibe of the apartment that you wanted to live in. And also, as what I mentioned, it's just like you have the idea, also the vibe and the energy that you are sharing together with your future roommates. Remember that you are living with this roommate not just for a day. You're living with your roommates longer than you expected. So they're going to become your family. They're going to be your friends, hopefully. That's what we're looking for, right? Upon showing your best foot forwards, upon checking the room itself, checking the entire apartment, talking to your future roommate, this is the time for you to wait if you're going to get that apartment. Remember that the leasee are interviewing and meeting a lot of prospect renters. So you are actually fighting in a concrete jungle to get that apartment you like. And after, you just have to wait for the confirmation that you got it. So what if, hey Maria, you got the apartment. So this is gonna be the next step. Normally, the leasee are asking for a 1 month deposit and a 1 month security deposit. So it's total of 2 rent payments. So in my case, when they call me that I got the apartment, they like me. They like me to be their future roommate. So I check out my calendars and I send to her that, okay, in this specific day, I'm gonna go there to sign the contract and to hand it you first rent payment. And then I'm going to get the key. So that is the safest way to do. Pay and you get the key. So when you get the key, check at the point the key is working. They might give you a dummy for security purposes. So after you get the key, I spoke to them like, okay, the next security deposit I'm going to give you as soon as I move in to my room. So upon moving all your stuff there, that's the time I'm going to hand it the security deposit. Just to be vigilant and just to be safe. There's a lot of scammers here, not just in New York City. There's a lot of scammers all over the world. So you have to be very vigilant about it. And of course, intuition is number one thing. Follow your intuition. Intuition is mostly correct. Trust me. And how you're going to pay the rent and the security deposit. So mostly here in New York City, you are using is either Zelle, Venmo, or Cash App. But majority, they're using like a Zelle for the rent, and sometimes a Venmo for the rent too, or in some cases like Zelle is for the rent, a Venmo is for the utilities. It depends on how you and your roommate set it up. So if you don't know what is Zelle and Venmo, this is a mobile application that is connected to your telephone number and to your bank account. So I think that's it. After you paid the deposit and the first rental payment, welcome home. You're home. So the last topic that I'm going to talk about is the safety, and be vigilant and be safe all the time. So whatever country it is, no matter what state it is, we have to be very vigilant in finding an apartment. So you have to consider also your main safety about it. Not just about physically safety, but also like financially safety. So in order for like paying an apartment, make it a point that if you pay something, you have to get something. What does it mean? For instance, I talked to my future roommate that I'm going to hand you the first deposit upon signing the contract of physically face-to-face and getting the key. So you got the key already of the apartment, you give the payment of the apartment. So you got the key already, meaning it is existing, that room is existing. That room is your future room. You see it already, you touch it, you see, you feel it. So meaning it's not a scam. So next, that I'm gonna give the security deposit upon moving in my stuff there. Meaning I'm already there. So I got what I want and they got what they want. So we're gonna live happily ever after. So this is not just a matter of like being desperate to find an apartment or find a room. This is about building your life here in the city that is so cruel. That's the reason they call it concrete jungle. You are fighting for your life every day here. That's so poetic. Anyway, I hope this is going to give you a little tips and help for you in finding your own apartment with a lovely roomies here in the city that never sleeps, in the city of dreams, where dreams are made of. We're all dreamers. So I'm wishing everybody a happy apartment hunting. That I hope that 2023 will be fruitful for every one of us. And thank you guys for staying with me till the end of this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to comments down below and we'll definitely answer all your questions. Or if you have any suggestions for my upcoming videos as well here in New York City, don't hesitate to comment down below as well. So thank you guys for staying with me until this end of this video. I'm just like moving it. Sorry for my messy room. I'm starting packing my things right now. It's a chaotic, but I'm pretty excited because I really wanted to start my new year, my 2023 year right. And I'm wishing you all the best and a happy apartment hunting. I'm actually pretty excited for my next upcoming video because that is the packing things and how I pack my apartment and moving out and moving in to my new place soon. So thanks guys. Bye. Like this. Pom-poms. It's a queen. Bye.
Estava a viver, caminhando na vida, sempre chorando por